Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for July 10th, 2024. This is for Sagittarius slash shuffle for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what we have is dark thoughts and we have a creative endeavor here. And so you're dark, they're saying that you may be thinking very far ahead in the future about how you're going to be able to handle everything in the future. It's like you may be thinking about all the pitfalls. How are you going to be able to get through everything? You may be focusing too much on details that haven't even happened yet. And but the thing is that they're showing too that you see very clearly that you need to make a move, especially if you're trying to physically move. You need to do something, right? There's something about like I need to do something. I know that much. I just don't know what, because if I take this risk or leap of faith here, I'm gonna have to leave something behind. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, Four of Swords here. You're gonna have to end something in order to move in a certain direction. Oh, and something flipped out. Ace of Cups. This is a new direction altogether. You know it's right for you, and that you do need to take a leap of faith and go in a different direction, especially if you're talking about new love or a new home or a new place. Like you know, you need to end something. That it's only right, and that your karma is that you have to start over in a sense. It's karma only because it seems as though it's not necessarily karma. It's like this is what's justified. I know I have to start over. I know I'm gonna have to start fresh in a situation. With the dark thoughts, we have Ace of Swords, the Fool, King of Wands, Four of Swords. This tells me that you are thinking that it's almost like you're defeated before you even start. It's almost there. Like you're thinking that you can't jump too hastily. If you jump too hastily, you could play yourself. If you were to just jump and go, if you were to just jump and do what is right for you, which you see clearly that you should do, you may feel like you're missing out on something. As you see with the Fool, he takes a leap of faith. He's so excited and jumps so quickly that he doesn't even put on shoes. And so there's something where you're like, man, if I do something, I might forget things. If I just say forget it, I'm leaving, I'm going here. I might forget something. If I say forget it, I'm starting over. What if I'm neglecting some important aspect? What if there's something around the corner I forget? What if I leave my hammer and then I find that I need to do hammer all in all these nails in this path? I mean, what if I forget something? I shouldn't just take a leap of faith. But you know, a creative endeavor is Five of Swords in the Tower. There's something that happens where you realize that you're going to have to come up with something on the fly. Some of you may choose a new path on the fly. Like some kind of disaster happens and you're able to use it to your advantage. Spirit showing that you do or are able to do so. Like some weird thing happens, something happens, and instead of it being a bad thing, it ends up being a good thing. And it's good that it ended, because now that that's over, you can take advantage of something else. This is almost a vibe. They show me a storm. It's like it's jacked up. You knew you should have been moved anyway, but now that the storm has come, you have a natural disaster, and you can take advantage of the resources from that. Right? All of a sudden, the government comes in and is like, you know what? We could rebuild, or you could move over here. You're like, moving, thank you. Taking it. So I see the government here in a storm as well for some of you. I also am going to say this: if you don't take it, make a way, Spirit's going to make you do it. If you know that you are trying to start fresh or want to start fresh in something, if you don't do it, Spirit's going to force it, and the way that the Spirit may force things may not be in the way that you want it to be. Your higher self is Five of Cups and Five of Wands. Some of you are already grappling with the emotions in a situation, already worried, or not worried, but sad about saying goodbye to the past. Some of you are already saying goodbye to the past, even if it was a burden, even if it was jacked up and it was filled with a whole bunch of drama and stress, even if it was filled with a bunch of fighting, anguish, crisis, chaos. Some of you may be sad and missing certain aspects of it, especially if this is a person. If you feel like you need to get away from a person, some of you may still, you know how like there's those messed up moments, but you still had fun. And your higher self is forcing you to face those things, face your own guilt, face your own shame or sadness or embarrassment or something. Face it. Like maybe you're fighting with something, like you don't want to make a decision because you don't want to be sad or embarrassed. You know what I mean? Then everyone will know. But it's very obvious to you that you got to do what's best for you. Very obvious. Now you have teacher here. Somebody has stressed you the F out. The stress of this person, the anxiety of this person, the depth of like the betrayal you may feel from someone. It's like it'll always be there, and it's taught you a valuable lesson. The spirit saying that someone's teaching you that stress is not important, or being stressed out in a situation is something that you don't want to have. Like this isn't a long-term thing that you should be in. Someone is showing you this or teaching this to you, maybe by example. Like you see what happened to Pookie, and like you've seen what happened to that person. They're so stressed out. Look at how old they look now. Like they already look like what they've been through. You know, there's something like that going on with teacher. Someone shows you what it looks like not to pursue their dreams or to try something new. Maybe they've been there all their life, and all their life they've been talking about what they could have been doing and what they should have been doing, and it's so bad that it's like it's like you could tell they're in anguish. Like you know, like that old football quarterback from high school. He's 50 years old, and he's talking about ever since he messed up his knee, he could have been this and that. Like I could have been the next Tom Brady, and you're just like, oh, this is so sad. I don't want to be that. Oh no. Spirit's almost saying this person, let this person be a lesson to you, okay? Go pursue your dreams, do what you need to do, leave if you have to, go somewhere you have to. Take advantage of this whatever chaotic, tumultuous situation happens, because usually the tower is like this happened overnight, this happened out of nowhere. It's a disaster, but this disaster is going to end something for you that was stressful and troublesome and a burdensome, and give you a new lease on life. Take full advantage of it, and don't worry about the next steps. Stop worrying so much about the next steps. You haven't lost anything. If anything, you've gained your freedom. So you could be dealing with a Libra and Aries very strongly, or Scorpio. Those are the main signs. We also see Leo or Sagittarius as well, another Sagittarius. You could be a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. You could be dealing with a Libra Scorpio cusp as well. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.